Welcome back to Audio Movie Recap. Today the ocean calls us back to a brand new adventure that takes us beyond the reef and into the heart of a long-lost legend. This is the complete story of the 2024 sequel, Moana 2. 3 years have passed since the restoration of Te Fiti. Moana is no longer just the chief's daughter. She is now the first Master Wayfinder of Motunui in 1,000 years. She spends her days exploring the vast blue, searching for other civilizations. She finds clues, broken pottery, unfamiliar tools, but the ocean remains frustratingly empty of other people. Back on the island, Moana's bond with her family has grown even stronger, especially with her spunky 3-year-old sister Simea, who idolizes her big sis. During a ceremony, Moana receives a sudden, powerful vision from her ancestor, Tautai Vasa. She learns a dark truth. A malevolent storm god named Nalo feared the unity of humans. To keep the world divided, he cursed and sunk the mystical island of Motufetu, which once served as a hub for all islanders. If it doesn't break this curse, the people of the ocean remain isolated until they eventually fade away. Unlike first journey, Moana realizes she cannot do this alone. She assembles a unique crew of Motunui's finest. Loto, a brilliant but quirky craftswoman and shipwright. Moni, a young historian who is arguably the world's biggest fan of Maui. Kelly, a grumpy elderly farmer who would rather be tending to his crops than battling sea monsters. Joined by loyal pets Pua and Hei, they set sail on a massive, newly designed wayfinding raft. Their goal, follow the path of a comet across the stars to the hidden location of Motufetu. As they sail into uncharted waters, they encounter the Kakamora. The coconut pirates are more aggressive than ever, revealing that Nalo's curse has also disconnected them from their own home. After a narrow escape involving a gargantuan ship-eating clam, the crew discovers that Maui has already been trying to solve the mystery. However, Maui has been captured. He is being held by Matangi, a powerful enforcer for Nalo who can control massive swarms of bass. Matangi traps his magical fishhook. When I leave him, she discovers that Matangi, a mindless villain, she is a prisoner. Nalo herself bound by magical handcuffs and forced to serve the storm god. Seeing Moana's determination, Matangi secretly helps them escape, guiding them toward the final coordinate where Nalo waits. The journey becomes a nightmare as they enter Nalo's realm. The sky turns a bruised purple and the ocean becomes a graveyard of ships. Maui warns the crew that this place is lethal for mortals. During a massive ambush by Nalo's shadow monsters, their raft is nearly destroyed, and the crew is washed ashore on a desolate, rocky island. Moana begins to lose hope, feeling the weight of her people's survival on her shoulders. Maui, showing how much he has grown, becomes the one to offer encouragement. He reminds her that she is the one the ocean chose, not because of a prophecy, but because of her heart. With their spirits renewed, Loto and Kele use their skills to rebuild the raft using nothing but the wreckage of old ships. The final confrontation takes place in the eye of a supernatural hurricane. Nalo appears not as a creature, but as the storm itself, lashing the sea with lightning. Moana realizes the only way to break the curse is to dive into the depths and touch the submerged shore of Motufetu. As Moana dives, Maui attempts to use his hook to pull the island back to the surface, even trying to lasso the sun to provide light. But Nalo strikes a devastating. In a surge of golden light, Moana is revived, but she is changed. She emerges from the water as a demigod of the ocean. Her skin is marked with a glowing Wayfinder's tattoo, and her wooden oar is now etched with magical golden scripts. With her new powers, Moana controls the tides, creating a path for Maui to finally heave Motufetu back to the surface. As the island rises, the curse shatters, the mist clears, and for the first time in centuries, the horizon is filled with the sails of hundreds of other tribes who had all been searching for the same lost home. A connected world. The film ends with a grand celebration on the shores of Motufetu. Moana returns to Motunui, not just as a chief, but as a bridge between all peoples. She leads a massive flotilla of different cultures, proving that the ocean doesn't divide us, it connects us. But the danger isn't entirely over. In a final glimpse, we see Nalo fuming in the shadows. He isn't finished with Moana, and he isn't alone. He is joined by Matangi and a very familiar, very shiny giant crab named Tamatoa, who is still nursing a grudge against the girl who stole his treasure.